Welcome to Dare Quiz, the channel for horror lovers. A man named Jack, who since childhood had a strange phobia of doors. He couldn't get into a room without first making sure the door was fully closed, and he would lock all doors with various bolts before sleeping. People made fun of him and considered him a bit weird, but he couldn't help being afraid of him. As he grew older, his phobia became more and more intense and began to affect his daily life. He stopped going out of the house and isolated himself from his family and friends. One day, while working in his shop, he heard a noise at the back door. He got up to investigate and found the door ajar. Terrified, he ran to the front door to make sure it was locked, but when he tried to open it, he couldn't. The door was blocked from the other side. He started banging on the door and yelling for help, but no one responded. Then, he gave up and sat on the ground, trembling with fear. Hours passed and Jack was still trapped in his house, not knowing how to get out. As night fell, Jack began to hear strange noises throughout the house. They seemed to come from behind the doors, and little by little they got closer. Then, a dark figure appeared from behind the workshop door and began to push it. Jack tried to keep it closed, but the figure was too strong. The door opened and Jack found himself face to face with the worst fear of him. It is never known what became of Jack after that night, but some say that you can still hear his desperate cry at night when the wind blows hard on the doors of his old house. Neighbors say that sometimes they see shadows behind the windows and that the doors open and close by themselves. Some even claim to have seen a man banging on the doors from inside the house, as if he was trying to escape from something. The house has been abandoned for years and no one dares to enter it due to the horror stories that surround the place. But, some curious still approach to try to see something paranormal, but no one has recounted what they could have seen, or what could have kept them inside Jack's house and his phobia of doors. The story of Jack and his phobia of doors became a local legend and many told it as a horror story to scare children. But, one day, a group of paranormal investigators decided to investigate the house and see if there was any truth to the stories that were being told. After several hours in the house, investigators found a locked door in the basement. They decided to open it and discovered a room full of bolts and locks, and in the center, an old and dusty newspaper. It was Jack's journal, which told the whole story of him and how his phobia of doors had turned into an obsession, and how he had been trapped in his own house by something he himself had created, something that had been created for his sick mind. The investigators realized that Jack had never been trapped by an evil spirit, but by his own fear and obsession. The diary ended with the words, "I can't escape this house. I can't escape my mind." For now this is all. We hope it has been to your liking. Please remember to like and share, subscribe to the channel, this way you help us a lot. Thanks for watching and until next time.